Hi everyone, Ermias here, coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. Okay, today we've got a very interesting subject that I really want to talk about. I'm just going to wait until a few of you guys hop in. Hi everyone, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday today. Again, Ermias here, coming to you live. Good morning, Antonex. How are you? Hi, it's Agina. I see you there. How are you? Thanks for joining. Hi, Hewi. Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. How's everybody doing? Are you guys staying warm? Very cold weather these days, right? How cold is it where you're joining from? Here in Columbus, it's in the 30s today, I believe, which is much better than how it was earlier. Again, for those of you who don't know me, this is Ermias. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I have three passions: entrepreneurship, personal growth, and contribution are my passions. And this is a Facebook Live challenge, a 30-day Facebook Live challenge that I'm doing, and I'm on day, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Day 7 today is day 7. So thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you guys. For those of you who've been following me again and commenting and liking and interacting, messaging, I really do appreciate you for doing that and for sharing as well. So today we're going to talk about shyness, okay? Shyness and whether or not that's really blocking you from receiving or getting success in your life. So I want to talk about shyness today. That's the topic of our discussion, and still waiting a little bit until other people join in. So if you're joining from different cities, please go ahead and let me know where you guys are joining from. Just type in your city, and I would like to say hello and interact with you later. I really do appreciate you guys. Okay, so today we're going to talk about shyness. So first, let's see, what's shyness? I mean, how do we define shyness? You know, when somebody says shy, what is it? Usually when someone is shy, they're anxious around strangers. You know, they don't necessarily feel comfortable talking to someone that they don't know, or expressing their ideas and things like that. Or sometimes if they're asked to speak in public, people get really shy and they don't know what to say. They lose their words. Sometimes they're shaking. It could be expressed in many ways. And I think, you know, from a person who is overcoming shyness or has overcome shyness, I know that a lot of people are shy at heart, and many people actually, because of their shyness, miss out on a lot of opportunities. And that's really what I want to talk about today, because I was one of those people, and I decided to confront my shyness and start growing into the person that I want to become, because I have a desire to make an impact, and I couldn't just accept myself to be shy and just live with it. Okay, so if you guys relate with what I'm saying, if any one of you feels like you're shy at heart, if you could just go ahead and comment shy. I just want to know who's like me. If you're shy, just go ahead and comment shy. And if you're not shy, go ahead and comment bold. I'm bold. I'm not shy. Okay, just so we know who's shy and who's not. Okay. Okay, so I want to tell you a story about my shyness and when I started deciding not to really, you know, just live with it. So 3 years ago, when I started my business, one of the mentors that I have, he was really pushing me to step outside of my comfort zone. Okay, so one of the things that I did not like and avoided, and a lot of people don't know this about me, because sometimes you know, if I have to step up to the plate, I do, and I actually kind of like mask my shyness and do whatever I have to do. But one of the things that I always avoided, and some people that are very close to me know this, is really public speaking, or speaking in groups, just speaking up. I didn't like that. I'm very good at one-on-one, and I think it's because of my introverted nature. I'm very introverted. I'm very good at one-on-one, but when it comes to a group of people or strangers that I don't know, and again, being an introvert, it was a struggle for me. And for many years, whenever I have an opportunity to like hide myself, not really be out there, I did that. And it hurt me in so many ways. It hurt me in so many ways because I was missing on opportunities that could allow me to become the person that I should be becoming, or to even provide the kind of service that I should be providing. So it was not helping me for the longest time. But 3 years ago, I started a business, and the first year in business, the person who was mentoring me kept on pushing me outside of my comfort zone. And one day he asked me, it's really crazy. One day he asked me to fly to Maryland from California to give my testimonial in success in business for 5 minutes. Okay, so the testimonial was just 5 minutes, and I had to fly from California to Maryland. And I said yes only because I wanted to be coachable. I wanted to, I appreciate what he was trying to do, so I agreed to it. But I literally got anxious and stressed out about it almost for a month, just to speak for 5 minutes and just to give my testimony. This is going to be like a group of 200 people, and I don't know the people. And I just was so anxious, and my testimonial, I kept on writing it again. It's just like 5 minutes, guys. So I keep on writing it. I remember all the way from California to Maryland as I was flying, 5 hours, I was writing it. Would write it again, and record myself talking about what I was going to say. And some of you guys might see this video and remember that day and not even know that was what was happening behind the doors. But so I did that, and then the day came. So it was the day of, and in the morning, my heart started to beat faster and faster. I was really scared. I was like sweating and things like that. So I went to the event, and my turn to speak was like at 1 p.m. Okay, at 1 p.m. and I remember the whole time I was literally like, there were people around me, like on the right and on the left, my colleagues, and having conversation and things like that during the seminar. I just was zoned out. I was just thinking about that 5 minute time that I was going to be talking about. And right before it was my time, I went to, just to get a breath of fresh air, I went to the restroom, and I felt my feet shaking. Actually, my legs were shaking, and I was like, oh my God, how in the world am I gonna pull this, And then I said, you know what? I just said, I don't care what happens. I don't care if I fall. I'm just going to go out there and just say it. Whatever happens, I don't care. I just said I don't care. And that was the last minute. So I walked to make sure that I don't really fall walking from where I was sitting, which was towards the back of the room. I actually sat in front of the room when I came back from the restroom. And I wanted to make sure that when I was walking to the stage was very short. So I did that. I walked and I stood up and I said, I don't care. And I stopped thinking about myself for a moment, started sharing my testimonial, and everybody actually liked it. And I was really surprised. And that moment taught me that actually a lot of, when we're shy, a lot of the feelings that are created because, how we feel, that the feeling of shyness, that anxiousness and things like that, it is created because of our thoughts. Really what we're thinking, and that what we're thinking is over and over and over about ourselves, about messing up, about, am I going to say this right? Are they going to like it? Am I going to be judged? It's so much about us, about me. It was about me. I was thinking about me so much instead of thinking about my message, how it's going to impact people. Instead of speaking to the people that are in front of me and really trying to serve them, basically. So that's really one of the experiences that I had. And ever since then, I promised myself not to say no when asked to do something like that because of shyness. And I've done so many things. I've done like a podcast interview which was listened to all over the world, and I was shy, I was nervous, but I did it. Okay, it's about sharing your message. And even this Facebook Live today, not today, but when I first started, I was so nervous and very, very nervous and dreaded it the whole day. And until I actually pressed the start button, I was still very, very nervous. And I was nervous even when I was on camera, but it's okay though. So what I want to share with you today is that first of all, sometimes people tell you, oh, don't be shy. Well, shyness is not something you do and you don't do. It's a feeling that really grips you and overwhelms you. So you really have to find a way to have a mental game that's going to help you overcome shyness. Otherwise, it's not like, oh, I'm not going to be shy and you're not going to be shy. It's not like that. You can't do that. So, all right. So let me see. Yeah. So the disadvantages of being shy is that number one, when you're shy, you miss out on a lot of opportunities. Like, for example, if you're invited to a place where you can actually have a networking opportunity, you may pass on that opportunity. And a lot of times networking opportunities can open doors for you. You meet people, and people are the greatest resource in this world. Like, a lot of things come through connections and knowing other people. So if you're a shy person, you actually pass or miss out on opportunities. And I personally have missed out on a lot of opportunities, but with personal growth, I decided to not let that be. And there's some techniques that I use, like preparations that I do to overcome my shyness as I'm going through these things. Sometimes, when you're at work or, in your career, because you're shy, you may have like great ideas and you really don't share those ideas, and you could be passed for promotion, or people don't know the value you can bring to the table, and that will hurt your career. So shyness can hurt us in many, many ways. And, like, we just don't go after the things that we could possibly go after. A lot of shy people, they're afraid of working with strangers. So if anything involves working with other people, they probably will not really pursue it, and that could hurt them. So, to really, if you're the kind of person that wants to grow and be successful in something, and you feel like shyness is one of the things that is blocking you, I have a good news for you today, okay? You can overcome it from someone who's overcoming it and who's overcome it, like who's, I don't even know if that's actually a word, not overcome, but someone was shy, less shy now, still on the process of becoming bolder and bolder. I have a good news for you, but before I tell you how, or share with you how you could overcome shyness, I want to share with you something. It's all about the mindset and how you think. And first of all, there's two kinds of mindsets, okay? Some people, a group of people, and this is a study that was done by, I forgot the name of her, but I watched a video on this. So there's two kinds of people. There are people who think that, it's called, their mindset is called fixed mindset. And what they think is that, they're born to be in a specific way, and they're not going to grow, they're not going to change. All they think is, this is how I am. So basically they kind of lock themselves in a box and define themselves in that box, and they don't think that anything can be different for them. So that's what they believe. And those kind of people don't think they can change or grow. Once they've become adults, they don't think that there is more to them. It's fixed mindset. It is what it is, and I can't change it. This is how I am. That's how they think. A second group of people, they're what we call growth mindset. They have growth mindset. So basically, they understand that even though this is how I am right now, I could change in the future. They understand that life is a process and everybody is evolving and growing. And there's an opportunity to overcome whatever weaknesses or shortcomings that you have, and you can grow into the person that you become. So there's fixed mindset people and growth mindset people. So understanding this, why I'm sharing this is because some of us that are watching this video, we may have belief that we can't change. We may have belief that we can't grow. And I just want to challenge you to think a little bit differently. Yes, you can. Yes, you can grow. When I say grow, it means a transformation of the way you think and the way you do things. Like last year, your growth level was in a certain level, and maybe this year it's more, and it's helping you in a positive direction, and it's helping you become the person that you want to become. So because there is a possibility of people growing, hi Sam, how are you? Because there's a possibility of growing, first we have to believe that we can overcome shyness. And we're talking about shyness and how it can block your success in life. So we can overcome shyness and become less shy, at least to the point that it's not blocking us from our own success. So these are, I have 3 tips on what you could do if you feel shy, if you're shy and you want to overcome it. The first thing is be okay with it. Now, the biggest, hi Amanu, the biggest problem with shy people is that they're not okay with being shy, so they try to hide it, and that stresses them out because they don't want people to know that they're shy, and they want to hide it. When you're trying to do that, first of all, you can't hide it. There's no way you're going to hide it because people are going to know. I mean, you can hide it to some extent, but not 100%. And second of all, it's okay to be shy. Just accepting the fact that you are shy and you're feeling nervous about it and talking about it actually helps, you know. If you're feeling nervous, just say that, you know what, I'm totally nervous right now. And that actually helps you because you're not trying to hide, you're not trying to fight it, you're not trying to hide anything. So that's the first thing you can do. And the second thing is, especially with public speaking or you're speaking to other people, first of all, prepare, you know, make sure that you have your message ready. Maybe you need a little bit more preparation than others. If you're a shy person, prepare and know what you're going to be talking about. But then second of all, see it from a perspective of serving. Instead of thinking about yourself, think about the person that you're serving and the person that you're helping with your message. So get the focus away from you and get the focus on the person or the people that you're serving. When you do that, your message is going to start to flow. You're not going to be thinking about you, how you're acting, how you're feeling, and things like that. And that's definitely going to help you overcome your shyness, especially as you're talking to people. And the third thing is, especially if you get shy, even on one-on-one conversations or meetings, or like, let's say, for example, you're invited to an event and you go there and a lot of the people that are attending the event, you don't know them. So what do? Maybe it's hard for you to go and strike a conversation, but first of all, just be bold and try it. And once you do that, the best secret that I found is, and actually I learned this from Darren Hardy. He's one of the success leaders that I follow. Darren Hardy says that actually what he talks about is he doesn't like small talks, which I can relate to that a little bit. He doesn't like small talks that much. Introverts tend to want to talk about deep stuff and things like that. And you know, when you're chit-chatting in a party or like, you know, like an event, when you're talking to people, you're always talking to small chats about like little things, right? And what he discovered and started to do, because he used to avoid them, what he started to do was he found a way to overcome that. He started to be able to hold a conversation in such a way that stimulates him. And this is by asking open-ended questions. So, and again, this is putting the focus on the person instead of in you, okay? This is actually going to help you build relationships better as well. Instead of worrying about what you're going to say, don't worry about what you're going to say. Just ask questions. Ask the other person questions, and the questions has to be sincere. Care about that person. Be interested in other people and knowing about them. getting to know them. And when you're genuinely interested in knowing in other people and getting to know them, they're actually going to be open to connecting with you. You're going to have a real connection and real conversation, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to forget about your shyness. So that's really, really helped me. Since I learned that, it's helped me. I'm not necessarily too afraid to step outside of my comfort zone. Okay, it's for all of us. There is a comfort zone. I mean, there are areas or like situations where we don't feel uncomfortable, but we have to step outside of that comfort zone to keep growing. And this one key that I just told you was very, very, very helpful. Okay, when you meet a person, start asking a question. You can ask about, there's a few things that you can ask about. You can talk about family, you can talk about occupation, you can talk about what they like to do. And then once they give you a little bit of information, you just notice what they like to talk about and ask more questions about the stuff that they like to talk about. As you're doing that, to me, I found it to be very fulfilling, actually, because when you're interested in other people and getting to know them, you actually learn a lot from them. You get to enjoy the conversation, and you see the beauty in people and things like that. You find meaning to the conversation as well, but that also avoids your shyness in conversations. So basically, those are the 3 tips that I have that can help you overcome shyness. So the 3 things that we talked about is, first of all, be okay with being shy, and be comfortable with it. Be okay with it. Don't try to hide it. Just say that you're shy, and nothing's gonna happen. You know, people are not gonna. There's nothing wrong with being shy, is what I'm trying to say. And the second is, when you're speaking in public, especially, come from a perspective of serving others. So don't worry about what people are going to. Don't worry about whether you're gonna mess up or not. Don't worry about you, but like worry about who you're serving. So just be serving. Be okay with it. Be serving. And the third is be interested. As you're talking to people, be interested in them and ask open-ended questions. Take the focus away from you and back to them. And that's going to help you connect with people better and also overcome shyness as you're living your life. So it's possible, guys. If you like what I just shared with you, if it's been helpful, please go ahead and share it, and please comment below and let me know how it's helped you also. And if you have stories about your shyness or things like that, I would love to hear them. Go ahead and share them with me. I hope that this message was very helpful to you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day, and be blessed until I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.